What she just said, Kiana had probably told Branya, the class president, and the principal. I'm not sad. I've grown up. I'm doing well. These are all things she said, and they were all true. But she couldn't help but feel her innocence had been lost to time, as written May's had once been. Did you know, May?
你知道吗？
Before she left, Himiko Sensei told me all the things she wanted to do, but never had a chance to.
但再也没有机会去做的事。
Then I realized how something seemingly insignificant can play such an important role in our lives.
一些看似无关紧要的东西，原来占据了这么重要的部分。
Maybe
说不定
those are the most valuable parts of our
最有价值
lives.
的一部分了。
All right.
是啊，
Himiko Sensei said she wanted to go back to St. Freya, write something on the blackboard again, and go back to her room to have a
想再去
drink.
黑板上写写字，再回房间喝上一杯。
She wanted to try on her red dress, have some maize cooking,
想吃
and
牙
the
医做
class
的料理
president's egg
和班长
noodles.
做的餐蛋面。
She
她
wanted
还
to
想
watch us graduate and grow up.
长大。
Kiana,
天哪，
it's a bit sad,
有些感
but
伤，
pretty moving, isn't it?
但又令人充满动力，对吧？
She winked at May and smiled as before. It's better to look back at memories with a smile rather than tears. After all, if you shed tears when you miss the sun, you also miss the
不要
stars.
再错过群星了。
Is that one of Tagore's?
泰戈尔的
Poem?
事，
Yep, if you like,
牙医
I
喜欢
can
的话，
lend the book to
回去
you
以
when we
后
get
我借
back.
给你看吧。
Okay.
好啊。说起来，
I've heard
之
that
前也有
before.
人对我说过
To
类似
keep
的话，
smiling as I bid the past
让我在与
farewell.
过去告别的时候，要保持微笑。往事乐土，
Elysian Realm. It was the testing ground for world serpent agents
一
and
个
a
由
world
记忆和
constructed
记忆
from
体构筑
memories
而
and
成的世界
sims.
那里沉睡着前
The
文明的
13
13位英
heroes
雄，
from the previous era rested there, including Fu Hua, Kevin, and the first Hersher that fought for humanity. They called themselves 13 Flame
烛火是单音
Chasers.
级。在过去的几个月
For the
中，
past
我
month,
在那里追
I've
寻着
been
崩坏的秘密，
seeking
追
the
寻
Honkai
着
secrets
身为
and the
律者的
purpose
意
of
义。
being a Hersher
而在旅
there.
途的末尾，
At the end of my
我得到了我
journey,
想要的
I
答
got the
案，
answer I wanted,
却也不
but
得不
had to
面
face a
临难
farewell
以
I
接受的诀
feared.
别。为了击败
To
侵蚀之力
defeat
者
the，Hersher of
作为记
corruption,
忆体的
the
英杰
Flame
们牺牲了
Chasers
自
had
己。
become Sims,
他
sacrificed
们在过去
themselves.
为我们留下了
They
人
left
性，
all of us
就在
humaneness
今天，
and brought
为
more
我的人
faith
生
to
注
my
入了
life
更多
today.
信心。不过，
But
比
compared
起
to
感伤，
sadness, it's the
现
touching
在
by
留在我
heart
脑海
that
里的
lasts.
更多的还是感动。只要你还记得我
As
们，
long as you remember
这个故
us,
事
the
就不会
story
消
will
失。
never vanish. This is what
这是13
Alicia,
音节里
the most
最
beloved
受大
of
家拥
them,
戴的艾丽
told
西亚
me.
告诉我的。尽管这段故事
It's a
充斥着
story
遗
full
憾，
of regrets, but it's the
也正因为有了
regrets that
遗憾，
make it and
我才更无
everything
法
is
忘记
given
它，
me
以及它带给
unforgettable.
我的一切。不被命运推搡，
Don't be pushed
不被
around
时
by
间裹
fate.
挟，
Don't be
不
swept
畏惧
along
别
by
离，
time.
不
Don't
逃
be
避死
fearful
亡，
by parting.
始
Don't
终
run
如
away
一
from
的
death.
朝
And
着
go
自己坚信的未
forward
来前行。
the future
到
I
抵达
believe
终点之
in.
时，他们所留下的意
Upon
志，
reaching the
他们
end,
所守护的美
the
好，
will they left and the
也最终
beauty
被
they
我们这样的后
protected
继者
will be
传
passed
承了
on
下
to
去。
successors like
这
us. I
应该就是
guess
所谓
this
历
is
史
the
的浪漫
romance
吧。
of history.
13音节
The 13
似
Flame
乎是很有故
Chasers.
事的一群人
They
呢。
sound like people with stories.
只要你想听，
Yeah, if you want to
他们的
hear their
故事
story,
让我讲
I
多
can
久
tell
都可
them
以。
as long as you want. We've been talking for a
我们似乎
while,
已经聊了
but I
很
haven't
久，
detected any
不过
anomalies here.
这边也没发现什么异象呢。
You seem
你好像
relieved.
松了一口气。
Yeah, nobody
是啊，
knows what
毕
a
竟谁
real
也不知道
spiritual
真正的
constraint
继承
is.
枷锁究
If
竟
we
是什么。
engage in combat for
如
no
果在
good
这里
reason
和莫名
here,
其妙的敌
our
人开战，
surroundings will most
周遭的
likely be
环境也
affected.
就难免会被波及。
I know this sounds
你
selfish,
就当是我的一点私心吧。
but I want Saint
我想让
Freya to
圣弗雷
remain
亚
the way
一直保
we
持着我们
remember
记忆中
it.
的样子。一
The
踏上这
moment I
条路，
step down this
就会
road,
想起
the
好多过去
memories
的
of the
事。
past will start coming back. Right. The moment school
是啊，
finished, you were
那
the
会儿一到
first
放
one
学，
coming out of the
你总是第一个冲
classroom.
出教室。
Yeah,
而
and
第
the
二
second
个
one was
一般
usually
就是被你
me
不由
getting
分说
dragged
拖
away
走的
by
我
you.
了。
Why did your cooking have to
谁
be
叫
so
牙医做的饭
delicious?
实在是太
I
好吃了。
couldn't stop
还在
thinking
上前几
about
节课的
eating
时候，
after
我
school
就一门
during
心思
early
地等着下课，
classes.
想快些回去吃饭。
Kiana, are you blaming your
Kiana,
zoning out in class
你
on
这是打
me?
算把上课走神的原因怪在我头上吗？
I'm
我
blaming
当然
my
是在怪我自
stomach.
己的胃，
It's
都怪
all
他一直叫个不
because
停，
it
我
kept
才会这样
growing.
的。说起来
Speaking of which,
，Bronya 那会
Bronya
儿表面
acted
上冷
as if
淡，
she couldn't
乍
care
一
less
看
about
似乎对
going
回
back
宿
to
舍
the
这件事
dorm,
一点都不积极。
but she tried to
不过
trick me
她每
into
次会在前
telling
一天
what
故意
May
找
had
借口
cooked
套我
for
话，
us a day
想
earlier
知道她
every
的牙医姐
time.
姐第二天又准备了什么好吃的。
You too.
你们呀，
Do you
牙医
remember the food
那
court
个围墙
behind
之
this
后的
wall,
美食
May?
街，你还有印象吗？
Of course.
当然，
I
我
remember
记得
when I
在
was
我修
stuck
行
at
不得要
home
领，
practicing my
整
sword
天把自己
technique.
关在屋子里
You
练剑的
still
时
drag
候，
me out
你
there
都
for
会想
ice
办法
cream
拉
and
着我去那边
snacks.
吃冰淇淋和点心。
I love to
有机
have
会的
some of
话，
that peach pudding
我还想
again.
再尝一次白桃味的布丁呢。
Now the
为什么
crabs
牙医
and
偏
creme
偏跳过
brulee,
了焦糖布丁
they're
和可丽饼？
delicious.
难道它们不好吃吗？
Yeah, they're plenty
你
tasty.
挑的都
But
很
the
好吃。
reason I said peach
至于为
pudding,
什么先说了白桃味，其实是因为
forget about it.
算了，
Huh? You can't do that,
牙
May.
医别卖关子呀。
It's different for
和你不一样。
me. It's the first time
那是
I
我第
shared
一
a
次
snack with friends.
跟朋友交换着吃点心啊。
We've come to the training ground before we knew it. It wouldn't be
如
so
果精神
sad
枷
if the
锁能乖乖
spiritual
待在这里，
constraint could just
当然
stay
是个不错
here.
的选择。可
Sadly,
惜他
like
似乎和
someone
某人一
here
样，
is
都
not a
不是个安分的
compliant
学生
student.
呢。
May,
牙医，
I remember you
我
loved
还记
showing
得
off in front
你
of
那时
me
总想在我
and
面前
yelling
出
about
风头，
becoming the strongest
成天嚷嚷
Valkyrie.
着要成为最强的女武神。
But you slept
可
in
你上课
class,
老打瞌
and
睡，
instead of studying for
文化课考
exams,
试也不
you
想着
brought
好好
game
复习，
consoles to
还
Bronya,
特
who
别
had
喜欢在游
perfect
戏机去
grades.
找每次都能考满分的 Bronya 玩。
Stop, stop, stop,
啊，
May!
停停停！
Why are you
牙
bringing
医，
that up all of
你
a
怎么突然提
sudden?
起这些事情了？
You'd be getting to
再
the
讲下
part
去，
of tugging
那
my
可就是你揪
ear.
耳朵的环节了。
Feeling embarrassed?
怎么，不好意思了吗？
She tugged her ear for the first time in a long time. May, I'm not a kid
牙医，
anymore.
我不是小孩子了。
Of course you
那当然
aren't.
了，
Now you
现
don't
在的
need
你
my ear
即使
tugging
不
or
需要我揪
Bronya's
耳朵，
reverse
不需
psychology
要
to
Bronya
do
用
what
激
you're
将法，
supposed to do.
也会去做你
In
该做的
fact,
事
you're
了。
so self-motivated
倒不如
that it's
说，
a tad
可能
scary.
反而自觉得有点可怕。
Haha, no way. I'm a slacker
这倒不至于
compared to
吧。
people like
比起
Durandal.
尤兰戴尔那种，我平常还是挺懒散的嘛。
That's sad. May's words easily stirred the web formed by her thoughts. When the web stopped wobbling, the thread of thought naturally stopped there. That's right. Kiana knew full well that day she wouldn't get around to discussing with May what they needed to talk about. After that thought, her mind fell into a deep silence, like a computer powering down. And yet, her mind was working overtime to rebuild everything at a breakneck pace.
"自由的看，拥抱你的力量吧，夏洛。伺机而动。一上一下，人上之光。开始行动，还是脚踏实地更令人安心。出发吧！ 曾经也有人沿着这条路不断向前，开始行动。他是脚踏实地，更令人安心。出发吧。披风变长了，还有些不习惯。
出发。我去就回。
好险，之后要多加小心呀。
走吧。此处真气甚是紊乱，莫非……走吧。出发。走吧。异样就在这附近，搜查一番吧。出发。我去就回。走吧。异样就在这附近，搜查一番吧。出发。此处真气甚是紊乱，莫非……出发。走吧。异样就在这附近，搜查一番吧。出发。出发。走吧。出发。
好险，之后要多加小心呀。来捉你们了！都躲在哪儿呢？快出来玩吧！希儿知道了。希儿知道了。希儿知道了。希儿知道了。来捉你们了！希儿知道了。希儿知道了。来捉你们了！来捉你们了！
Mark II, I finally found you. Why are you injured? Sora-chan, this is Mark II? Yep, I won't get it wrong. Look, Mark II recognizes me too. God, that... But it seems different from what you described. That means... Oh, you're right. Back at the campus, our teacher specifically had Uncle Grey Serpent remodel Mark II, so it can protect us even when we're here. But I don't know how I lost Mark II, and even caused it to suffer injury. Beep, beep. Ah, Mark II says he found some materials for fixing robots nearby. Then we should be able to find materials to fix Mark II, right? Miss Sela, can we take a look there together? Of course, but you must remember to stay by my side.
来捉你们了！自由的感觉真好。希儿知道了，都躲在哪儿呢？快出来玩吧！拥抱你的力量吧，希儿。好的，拜托了，另一个我，真拿你没办法。希儿知道了，来捉你们了。自由的感觉真好。
Miss Sela, look! Mark II was right. The materials are just up ahead. These are all materials I've never seen before. If only Bronya was here. That's great! Now I can repair Mark II and the robot workshop. Ah, you'll do the repairs yourself? Actually, back at the roost, I often did repairing. If I didn't repair the camp in time, the youngest children would sneak out, or stray cats would steal our food, and everyone would have to go hungry. Anyway, I'm really good at fixing things. You're amazing. But ever since our teacher brought us to this new home, we haven't used this talent for a while. And with Uncle Grey Serpent around now, we don't have to worry anymore. I see. Seems like the children see them as regular teacher and uncle. World Serpent, what kind of people are they? Enough of this, Miss Sela. Let's go collect those materials. Hi, girls. I hate to interrupt, but this isn't a playground. A low male voice hung out abruptly from nearby, and Sela quickly put the young girl beside her back. Wait, Sora-chan, I don't think we should directly enter this place. Warning, warning, abnormal electric field ahead. You cannot enter without protection. Thank you for your reminder, sir. If not, we would be in grave danger. Don't be humble, vigilant girl. Don't you notice something amiss ahead as well? The owner of the voice floated in front of them, and Sarah let out a shocked gasp. Ah, it's a talking robot. Uncle Robo, are you Mark II's brother? If you'd prefer, you can think of me that way. But this is not the point. The important point is, this isn't a place where you should be. There are plenty of unnatural phenomena here, and you don't want to get hurt. Hurry and return. Miss Sela, what should we do? Looks like we can only return to the sanctuary for now and come back after we made preparations. You intend to come back? Really, the two of you? Well, you're somewhat members of the World Serpent now. You do need a bit of courage. World Serpent? Is that Uncle Grey Serpent's alias? Mr. Robo, you also know about the World Serpent? I don't just know, but that's a really long story. And right now, it's no time for stories. Never mind. I'll play the good guy once. You want those materials there, right? Uncle Robo, are you going to help us? What? How could I watch two young children throw themselves into danger by the sidelines? I'm not such heartless adult. I'm a talking robo after all. Since I'm not a human, I can enter places that humans can't. I can also do things that humans can't. Alright, just wait here quietly. I'll be back soon. I'll bring those materials back. The both of you, stay here and don't move. Don't worry, Uncle Robo. Alright, you're welcome. Here they are. Go back now. Here, the materials you wanted. Take them. Thank you, Uncle Robo. Alright, now that you've gotten what you wanted, hurry up and go back. How did the Grey Serpents allow you to wander out here? I don't know where Uncle Grey Serpent went. I want to help everyone in New Atra, so you fearlessly came to such a dangerous place. If the Grey Serpents knew your help, they wouldn't even be able to laugh. Though those guys don't really smile anyway. Thank you, Uncle Robo. Don't worry, I won't let Sora-chan get hurt. Since you got those materials, hurry up and return. Don't let me see the two of you again. Does Uncle Robo want to come back to the sanctuary with us? I'm sure everyone will welcome you. Forget it, little girl. Everyone has their own place to go, and the place I should stay is definitely not your so-called sanctuary. And on this frigid moon, there's no difference wherever you stay. This is... Kiana, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine now. Good. You had no reaction like a dummy just now. After that, Saint Freya disappeared in a sea of darkness and was replaced by Chiba Academy. Unlike that day, there were no more thunders in the sky. Initially, I thought there would be at least time for preparation such as a door or ball of light, and I'll only enter another space after touching it. May, this isn't a game. Or have you been possessed by Brania? Sorry, I experienced many things in the Elysian realm, so I can't help but develop some cognitive inertia. May, why are you speaking so monotonously? It is because we are here. No, you're right. I was once afraid to recall what had happened here. An environment could greatly change and influence the people in it. Unlike in the previous thought space, she constantly hesitated over what to say, what to do, and what emotions to express. Silence surrounded them and separated the two with a comfortable distance. Spiritual restraints. Looks like this isn't the place. Yeah, there's nothing apart from us. Just like that day. There are differences too. For example, the atmosphere. Ah, May, look, there's a hole here in the metal net, perfect for admiring the view. But such a big hole, how was it made? That's probably from when I struck you down. I see, that's why I don't remember. But it gives Chiba Academy's observation deck a higher star rating. I mean, it's such a panoramic view. Yeah, that's really how Kiana thinks. Oh, the view's not the only thing that's good. The wind feels so comfortable here. What a pity that back then we weren't in the mind to admire all these. Then let's make up for it at once. I don't think we'll have the next spatial change for a while. If I'm not wrong, the changes are associated with my emotional fluctuations. Not sure if it's my emotions or the magnitude of fluctuations. It's alright, since we're in your thought space, playing by ear may be the best way. Yep. After that, they spoke no further and simply gazed into the distance together. Normally, most people would prefer to avoid silence before conversations, as if it were a pair of scissors that would snip the friendship apart. Conversations would lose their meanings after too much silence. But for them, some silence ironically helped them merge their thoughts and experience each other's emotions. May. Huh? Nothing, I just wanted to say your name. Then, Kiana. Actually, that day, I initially thought I had many things that I didn't manage to tell you. But after that, I suddenly realized it's not about saying something, because there's no way that May wouldn't know what I was thinking. It's the same for me. When I first arrived at the World Serpent, I could barely sleep at all. I knew why, but I couldn't do anything about it, so I used that time to reflect. What I thought about the most was how we could avoid that unnecessary fight. For example, if we had talked to each other calmly. But in the end, I couldn't find the best possible solution. You wanted me to stay, and I wanted to save you. Neither of us were wrong. Since neither were wrong, it would be hard to convince each other with mere words. Since neither was wrong, it was inevitable for us to have taken some extreme measures. Yeah, perhaps this is growth. Now we still hold the same beliefs, but we don't need to persuade each other anymore. Maybe this difference is a form of propriety. If we could open up our heart like we did back then we were having sweet pepper curry when we were in Ark City, at least those discourses would have been less agonizing. Yeah. But on the contrary, if not for that impulse, maybe we wouldn't have experienced this growth and matured to who we are today. So your conclusion is that our fight was worth it? May, you shouldn't use violence in school. We should resolve this with a pillow fight. The two laughed knowingly. As they looked at each other, they clearly felt the intangible wall that once separated them. At last, of it finally disappeared along with their laughters.